So before I get into this video, I just want to say I am enjoying Forza Motorsport 2023. I'm liking this game a lot. I like racing around the tracks as real life and plain Jane as they are, and racing against the AI. I'm not really an online player, I just kind of play career mode in these games. And yes, I know that's what the game is about, before I get into anything else. So I just want to hear your comments about don't play it then, or go play something else. We'll talk about don't play something else, but I don't want to hear anything about don't play it then, because I am enjoying this game. It's fun. I like it. That's not 100% what this video is about. So here we have some footage of Maple Valley in Forza Motorsport 2023, and you can see that in comparison to Motorsport 7, the trees are much more sort of voluminous. They're not just sort of copy-pasted, gross, like JPEGs on the side of the road, the way they are in Motorsport 7. Maple Valley got a huge bump up in visual fidelity. It's looking great. Lime Rock in Forza Motorsport 2023 versus Motorsport 7. Definitely, again, another big step up here. I'm not going to argue that all the tracks from 7 going into 2023 look incredible, look way more realistic, look a lot better. The vegetation on the sides, the mountains in the background looking a lot fuller, looking absolutely beautiful. Lime Rock just looking amazing. One of the more exciting, one of the cooler, if not more exciting, real life courses I've always felt. Just because it's more about trees and vegetation and stuff like that, and not so much about buildings and stands full of people. I always like to look at this track. But to me, 2023 just feels a little bit like it's missing something. Something that's been in Forza since the beginning. Now here we're looking at Rio from Motorsport 7. And immediately as soon as you come in, you have these waves crashing up against the beach. You have these beautiful multicolored buildings along the side of the road. And you're coming in with these decorations overhead, casting light, colored light onto the road. Just an absolute graphical showcase. And you're coming around this corner and you go up the road underneath this hill with all these awesome houses over top, and you go into the tunnel. Love a good tunnel, especially in Forza. The tunnels in this game, I don't know what they're doing with these tunnels, but they're so good. Coming back around into, down the road, more buildings, just good looking flags everywhere. You coming around here, going up, and the vegetation, this moss covered, vine covered wall, trees on the other side. You don't think much of it, but you know what? It's not just like an open field on the other side. Coming up here, you have the mountain in the background with the Redeemer up top. The fog coming in off of the mountain in front of you looking incredible. Go around the corner, down this slope here with the ocean in front of you and the city on the side, helicopter up above. Incredible just set piece, right? In through this other corridor with more shops on the side and flags hanging from overhead. Around the corner to this really cool architecture and the flags and the stone road underneath you as you take that corner with the plane coming in over the course through to the end of the track. And that's one thing to me that has always made Forza special. In every game there's always been one huge graphical showcase course that really showed off what the new console, what that console at the time could do. And it was just based, it would one country or city or place in the world create a fictional course around it and just hit all the big set pieces, the beauty of the area, the culture, and just everything just captured in this, 2 to 3 minute lap time course. Here we have Prague, coming down a straightaway here with the city in the background. Another really cool tunnel just going straight under this building. Love this tunnel. Going over this bridge with the fog coming in over the river and just the God rays beating down from behind the buildings in front of you. These castle-like structures and these old buildings. Beautiful. Incredible track. I love this course. God, love this course. Here we have the Bernese Alps. This was, I believe, the big showcase track for, I want to say, Motorsport 4. All these rocks and beautiful vegetation, like it really gives you sort of a sense of place. You feel like you could just get out of this car and you'd immediately just be freezing. You could feel the air almost as you drive through it. Even Dubai. I think some may have been sort of disappointed with this course when it was shown off in trailers and everything, but I really like it. This one image in particular, as you're coming up the road that's snaking up into the rock formations right here, absolutely iconic, totally gorgeous. It's just rocks on either side, but what good-looking rocks. The lighting on them, it really makes you feel like you're in just this arid, hot region. The lighting is so harsh, Going up through some more mountains and down around to this hotel. I don't know who built this hotel out here in the middle of the desert and nowhere, but I'm sure whatever they're charging for the rooms is 100% worth it. I don't know who's coming out to this hotel, but I'm sure they got money. Through this corridor here with the rocks on either side, flat, just looking like it's been carved right through, which I always thought was really neat. Coming around this corner with the city in the background, looking incredible. Past the airport into the sort of sand dunes area with the sand blowing across the road. I always thought that was really cool. It's a simple little detail, but I think that's really neat. On the second lap, you have this big, like, dust cloud that comes across that you drive through. Around to the airport here, bang, another tunnel. This is a good one. The textured walls on either side, the tiled walls once you get into the tunnel proper. Love a good tunnel. Back up to the start of the course and past this really cool looking building. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's a good looking building. And that to me is sort of what's missing from motorsport. Again, I know that it's not necessarily about the beauty or the creativity of the tracks. It's about the racing and just playing a racing game. I understand that. But these big set piece courses have always been a part of motorsport as well. The closest thing that I've seen in 8 is this Hakone, Japan track, which again, in itself is 100%, it's gorgeous. It's really beautiful. You got the cherry trees, the cherry blossom trees coming around the side. You've got the mountains in the background. You've got Fuji in the back, and specifically at night, when you're driving around the course, these buildings sort of light up in bright neon sort of blues and reds, and the way those colors reflect off of the track in the rain with the ray tracing. I'm on ultra settings here, auto, everything. I don't know if this is ray traced. I'm not Digital Foundry. But either way, it's looking really good. It's looking beautiful, right? This is, to my mind, I think the set piece course, the showcase course of Forza Motorsport 8. But it's extremely short for starters, even on the full course. And it doesn't really capture the sense of place and sort of culture that you get from something like the Rio course or the Prague course. It's a really pretty course. I like it a lot. But it doesn't hold up to the sort of creativity and the imaginatism. That's, I'm coining that. That's my new word. Of the other showcase tracks in the previous games. Now, this is meant to be sort of a live service kind of model in motorsport this time. This is going to be sort of the Forza game moving forward. Just keep updating it with new cars and courses over the course of its lifespan. This isn't supposedly just going to be another Forza Motorsport 6 or 7 or 5 or 6 or 7 that just is fully made when it comes out, gets some DLC, and then disappears off the shop after, you know, a couple of years because like licenses expired or whatever. I know in November they're supposed to put in Yas Marina as a track, which is for a real life course, a really cool looking one. I think this is a decent step toward something like the fictional courses. I hope they put some of those older courses in, like Rio or the Bernese Alps or something like that. I was so hyped to see what these courses would look like with current gen graphics, like those paper flags, those colored flags coming in over the main straightaway over the first straightaway in Rio, with the light casting down the colors onto the track. Can you fucking imagine what that would look like with ray tracing? That's so exciting to me, and I feel a little bit burned that they're only using like realistic looking courses, actual real life courses in this game for the most part. And even the fictional courses that they have, Maple Valley and Hakone, Japan, are still more on the sort of like realistic, sort of subdued side of things. They look like something that could actually exist, which is fine. That's great, but they don't really capture the excitement of like a new set piece showcase course to me. Anyway, speaking about Yas Marina, it's got this sort of cool overhang that you drive under, and it lights up in all these different colors, cycling through all these colors at night. That's really cool looking. It's got this interesting architecture that you drive through at a certain point in the course. I've heard that the Yas Marina course has actually changed in real life, so I don't know if it's going to look the same or if all that stuff is still going to hold true. I hope it does, because Yas Marina is one of the cooler like real life courses to my mind. And I'm excited to see that one and see how it turns out. And I'm excited to see what other courses they have planned for the future. I know there's another course coming out in December. I don't think they've announced what course that is yet, but I think there's a lot of talk about it being like Hockenheim or something like that. But yeah. Also, Forza Motorsport 7 has Lancias, and that's a big win for it in my book. But thanks for watching this video. If you watched it this far, thanks for listening to me ramble about this. I wasn't really planning on making this video necessarily. I was thinking about all these things while I was playing Motorsport the other night, and I wanted to sort of make a video about it, but then I was just like, nah, my channel's not really about that. My channel's not really about anything. It's just these sort of figure unboxing figures that seem to kind of jump up a little bit. But then the game crashed on me and went straight to a black screen, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do this thing. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me, or do you think I'm just a big baby that doesn't get racing games and just likes flashy colors and big mountains and stuff? That I'm just visually focused and I'm just a little kid that likes graphics. Um, I saw like a Reddit post that talked about pretty much the same thing, and boy, the comments they just tore that poor kid apart. So I'm not super excited to see what the comments are going to be like. That's why I left that big disclaimer out in the front. Again, I really do. I'm having fun playing this game. I like a racing game, but like without these sort of special courses, without these set piece courses that really made the series special to my mind, I mean, just why not play Gran Turismo or Assetto Corsa or something like that? You know, that was the one thing that really set Forza apart in my mind, and I hope it gets updated. I hope they take the time and put a new course in, or take some of these older set piece courses and really blow them out. But until they do, and even if they don't, I'm having a good time with this game. I'll play through as much of career mode as I can before I, move on to something else. Um, Again, thanks for watching. Uh, like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you think it was stupid. Subscribe to the channel, but only if you want to. And have a great night. We'll see you next time.